Stephen is the man with the hat and the metal detector. Whoa, whoa. Walking the land, he's a treasure collector. Whoa, whoa. Metal detecting and digging lots of holes, looking for anything that's old. New videos every week, so please subscribe.
Well, I'm around early this morning. I'm trying to beat the weather. It's not going to be very good today, and the best of the weather is this morning, so I just thought I would pop up to my joint permission, the Roman one, where I've had two fabulous videos thanks to the finds that have come up. And Mark, who sadly can't be here today, also got his first Roman bronze, and then a Roman silver and a Roman Intaglio Ring. 3 records all in one day. So I've come back up here before the weather comes in, or at least that was the idea, and I think I've been beaten. It started to rain. It's quite a long walk. It's 20 minutes to get right up on the top there, exposed to the elements, and I'm not going to talk to you for 20 minutes while I'm walking, so let's get up there, see what we can find. I have to say I'm not that hopeful today, because last time I came only 1 Roman silver was found and Mark got that, so I need to have a rethink about how I'm going to do this. And thank you, Jethro, for your idea of a program. I'm going to try that today. See you when I get there. Just walking along, I'm 3/4 of the way there, and I got a very, very small signal. I think actually the camera stand is interfering with it now. It's so small, but you know, we're nearly there, so I'm going to dig this one live, first one of the day, and just see what happens. We never know, could get lucky, although I've not really found anything of any significance at all. Right down here, yeah, camera stands in the way, so let's see if I can find anything. No, my luck, it'll be a piece of coke. Oh, something there. A bit deeper. Oh, not a good sign. Looks like iron. Hang on, what's this? Oh dear. Never mind. It's worth having a go, because we're quite close to where I'm heading. Now, let's get back up. Well, I've just found the puffball fungi, and these are very edible. Now, when you pick these, make sure when you cut them open they're like soft white marshmallow inside, and they're not full of spores. When they're nice and soft, and you can just slice those in a little bit of fat. Duck fat is very nice, bacon fat is even better, in a frying pan, and have mushroom on toast, puffball on toast. Lovely. Well, I've reached the top. I've been walking around there for 20 minutes, no signals, and I've just, there you go, I've got one there. It's not showing any numbers on the screen. 65 just popped up. It's gone again, and it sounds very messy. There's a signal in both directions, but not brilliant. But I'm going to do a live dig on that, so let me just mark that with a spade and then get the camera ready. Right, that's got that marked. Camera is ready. I'll put the camera close, which means I'm going to have difficulties with the coil pinpointing the target once I've got the plug out. But I'll see what comes up. It's very, if you remember, if you've seen the other 2 videos, I'll put a link to them in this one. It's very, very rocky up here. Sometimes it's just sheer rock. Here it's just loads and loads of limestone, and you can hardly get, it's just grass on the, hang on, what's this? Look. Yeah! It's me showing you the limestone. I didn't even see that. Ooh. Wow. I love it. Fantastic. Woohoo! Well, that was a lucky dig. Fantastic. Scratchy little signal, hardly any numbers. 65 popped up once. But I'm going to address something right here and now before someone else dares to suggest it. Because I was demonstrating to you just how rocky that was by putting my hands in and getting some rocks out, there's going to be people who just will now say I planted that coin. If you've seen the other two videos, you know that's not true. Anyway, it would happen to happen on the first hole. So hopefully I can find a silver today as well. To get one this early in the day after being here twice before and having no luck, but Mark got one, then I'm optimistic. So let's keep hunting. I'm just at the point of giving up, and look what I can see in that corner. I didn't have the camera on because this is a poor signal. Oh, that's in good nick. Oh, now I have to admit I don't know what that is. It hasn't got a head on it. Could be, is that a boat? A boat. Viking coin? No, Roman head. Or it could be a Roman Republican. Hang on a second. Which way up does that go? I'm not sure. Oh, yes. Eagle. In the middle. No, I can't read that. But I think I know what it is. And the reason I think I know what it is... oh, it's really wet here. Now the reason I think I know what that is because I was on a training day with Roman coins with Sam Moorhead about 2-3 weeks ago, and he showed me one of these on the screen on the projector, and it was something to do with Mark Antony and Cleopatra, and if that's what I think it is, that's 32 BC. Let's get a firm idea of that later. But one bronze, I think, and definitely one silver. This is a good day, except it's wet. Well, I'm absolutely soaked, so I'm heading my way back to the car, but before I got there, I just thought I'd show you this. That's been scooped out and put over the front, so the Romans can hide in there, peep over the top, and look down towards the river and the hills and see who's coming. Fantastic. We're standing on solid limestone here, so how they got that out I don't know, but you can see the limestone there. I've searched in there and found nothing. Oh, it's a bit sheltered here from the weather, but you can just see the views from down here peeping over the top. But it's so wet now, I'm going to have to put the camera away. It's getting soaked, and I'm already soaked. And one of the shortest videos I've made, but weather conditions dictate, and I've got to pack away. Right, I've got back after that little dig this morning in the pouring rain, and those two lovely coins I've managed to identify. The second one, I was absolutely right. So let's just go over to my finds camera now and show you what we've got. Now you can't really see much on there, even though I've got the desk quite near the window. Nothing I do seems to improve it. So what I've done, just to show you the silver one, they're both silver, but one looks better than the other, doesn't it? Which is indeed what I thought it was, a Mark Antony. And you can see from there, if I just zoom in on there, at the bottom, the left hand side, you can see the eagle between two standards, and you can also see left hand side of the standard, LEG. You can just make that out with a V. Now Mark Antony made these silver Denariuses, 18mm, roughly 3.3 grams. They were struck in Actium between 32 and 31 BC, and they were made for Mark Antony's 5th Legion. Now, this coin was struck for the use of his fleet of legions when he was preparing for the struggle with Octavian. The great thing about it is the coins were furnished with an interesting record of the number of legions of which Antony's army was composed. So by finding one of these, you know not only which legion was the coin struck for, but it'll tell you how many legions, and I think there might have been 8 or more legions too. And on the right hand image you can see a boat with some words underneath. I initially thought, if you remember on the video, that might have been a Viking coin, but no, it's Mark Antony and Cleopatra. Yeah, Cleopatra. So I'm very happy to have found that one. And the other coin, the first one I found, was also a cracker. I didn't realise, I thought it was a bronze. I actually thought it was a bronze when I first saw it in the hole, but it's not. It's a silver denarius. Now, there could be different grades of silver. That's why it's black, and it still is black. So we'll have a quick look at that one as well, and we'll take that one up. It's a Severus Alexander, and that's a really nice coin. So it's cleaned up nicely. It's quite clear now that it is a denarius, and it's got Imp Severus Alexander AVG. So he was actually reigning as an emperor at the time of that one, and he was on his 2nd term, as you can see on the right hand image, COS 11, and that is his 2nd term as an emperor. So again, a really nice coin, and that's really all I found today, except for I did find a very small, let me see if I can find it, a very small halfpenny. You can't really see anything on there at all. But I can see in the good light the head of George IV, so that's probably a farthing, might be a halfpenny, don't know. Anyway, that's it. So interested with that Mark Antony that in fact I've printed that bit out there, and I'll send it to a page where you can read that if you're interested. So it's probably now my oldest coin, Roman coin. I've got quite a few, as you well know. This one's a Republican of Mark Antony. So that's it. It's only out for a very short time because I got absolutely soaked, but I got 2 great coins out of that field, and I'm hoping there'll be a lot more to show for it. So I'm not really sure when I'm going to be going back. I like to go back with Mark because it's a joint permission, but he's working, and of course the weather's not very good at the moment anyway. But in 2 previous videos, if you haven't seen them, I found my first Roman brooch, a silver denarius or 2, can't remember exactly how many now, several radiates and bronzes, but my Roman brooch, I was really happy to find that. Mark came along, he also found some silver Romans and some bronze. He's never found them ever before, and we both found a silver Intaglio Ring. And they've both been declared as treasure trove and submitted to the British Museum. So if you haven't seen those videos yet, I'll put the link to those in the video description. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. So if you like either of those denarius, whether it be the Severus Alexander, the darker one, or the Mark Antony and Cleopatra, what great history that was to find, then put your thumbs up for that one. I'd be interested to know which one you find most interesting. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Thanks for joining me today, and happy hunting and good luck.
Stephen is the man with the hat and the metal detector. Whoa, whoa. Walking the land, he's a treasure collector. Whoa, whoa. Metal detecting and digging lots of holes, looking for anything that's old. New videos every week, so please subscribe.
Catch you later.